functions, the cells need and require energy. The energy present in the food gets released when the organism respire or breathe. Hence, all living organisms need food which gives them the required energy. So, types of respiration. Generally, there are two types of respiration, aerobic and anaerobic respiration. The process of respiration that takes place in the presence of oxygen, in which glucose breaks into carbon dioxide and water with the release of energy, is called an aerobic respiration. It takes place in most organisms, such as animal cells and mitochondria. The process of respiration that takes place in the absence of oxygen, in which glucose breaks into alcohol, carbon dioxide with the release of energy, is called anaerobic respiration. It takes place in yeast cells as well as muscle cells. This process can be represented by an equation, which is glucose breaks into ethanol plus carbon dioxide and energy. In the case of muscle cells, glucose breaks into lactic acid with the release of energy. So, let us try to list out some differences between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration. This kind of respiration takes place in the presence of oxygen, whereas in anaerobic respiration, it happens in the cells in the absence of oxygen. In anaerobic respiration, it leads to the release of a high amount of energy in living organisms, whereas in anaerobic respiration, it results in a low amount of energy. Human beings and many other animals undergo anaerobic respiration, whereas in yeast and sometimes human beings undergo anaerobic respiration. Carbon dioxide and water are also released in aerobic respiration, whereas in anaerobic respiration, lactic acid and ethanol combine with along with the carbon dioxide. How food helps us in gaining energy? As we breathe, we take in the air that contains oxygen in it and breathe out the air which contains carbon dioxide. This oxygen, when transported to our cells, helps in breaking down the food as we get energy. This process also can be represented by an equation, which is C6H12O6, which is glucose, combines with 6 molecules of oxygen and energy will be released, and it gives us or releases 6 molecules of carbon dioxide and 6 molecules of water. So let us try to understand mechanism of respiration. In this figure, we can see that the oxygen is inhaled to our lungs and reaches to our lungs through the blue lines, which is further circulated to our body by the blood and reaches to the cell called mitochondria. Glucose from the food we take also reaches to the cell called mitochondria. In this mitochondria, we can see that glucose reacts with O2 and gives us carbon dioxide, water, and releases 36 ATP of energy. ATP is the unit of energy which stands for adenosine triphosphate. Let us try to understand what do we breathe in and out. Here we can see that there are three components of air given. In first, oxygen; second, carbon dioxide; and third, water. In oxygen, inhaled air contains 21% of oxygen, which is more oxygen than inhaled air, and in exhaled air, it contains only 16% of oxygen, which is less oxygen than inhaled air. Whereas in carbon dioxide, it contains 0.03 carbon dioxide in inhaled air, which is less carbon dioxide than exhaled air. In exhaled air, it contains about 4% of carbon dioxide, which is more carbon dioxide than inhaled air. In water vapor, in case of water vapor, in inhaled air, it contains only less water vapor, and in exhaled air, it contains more water vapor. Summary. With this, we have learned the process of cellular respiration in living organisms. We have also understood why do we respire and other gained by the cells to perform various functions like digestion, respiration, transportation and excretion. We have understood the mechanism of breathing and the process of breakdown of food by representing the same with a chemical equation and a diagram. We came to learn about the unit of energy, i.e. ATP, which stands for adenosine triphosphate. With this, I would like to conclude my presentation of